Yep, I'm there right now. I just need to turn up.
Hello, Jimmy.
I heard myself talk through the stream, but I can't hear you, Grant.
How about that? Is that any better? Testing. 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, actually, I can start hearing you. I'm pretty loud compared to you, though.
Right, okay. How's that? Is that any better? Obviously, I'm not using the mic on my headset, so I've got to try and alter levels as I can.
Yeah, there's a delay, so I'm waiting to hear. Actually, if you could turn me down, you're at a pretty comfortable level. I just sound really loud through my own headset.
Okay, how's that?
Let's see. Sorry, delay.
That's alright.
I think that's better. I'm still a little louder than you, but it's not like blaring in my ears anymore.
Right, no worries. I'll close them off. And hello, and welcome to our talk. I'm your host, Grant, and joining me today is Matt. Are you going to introduce yourself there, Matt?
Sorry, I had to go over to YouTube and mute because I was hearing you do the introduction twice. So, hello, everyone.
um, Today we are playing Siege of Gondor, which is the second quest in the Mountain of... Not the Mountain of Firebox, is it?
No, it's Flame of the
The
West.
Flame of the West box. And this may be our second or third attempt at this by this point because of the fact the first time round we lasted 7 turns in here because I thought it was a smart move to get the board set up and then carry on. What I didn't realize was that how impactful that was going into Pelennor Fields. So what we did is we decided to go right back to the start of the box and replay the entire box. And so we did, and we had an even better run at Passing of the Grey Company. So, Matt, do you want to tell us what we're starting out with?
Well, we are starting out here with Siege of Gondor with our 2 3 Hunters decks. We've got our boons in play as it's been a little while, maybe best to cover them a little bit. We've got our Valiant Warrior Intimidation there on Amber, which turns him into a staging area killing machine, and Gandalf has got his Leader of Men and Noble Hero, which, if I get my Air of Mardil out, allows him to ready a lot of times. And um, basically, we both are kind of running just these aggro 3 Hunters decks to try and boost our willpower quickly, get some healing online, and generally take down enemies pretty quick. So I tend to have a little more encounter control with my Spirit for cancellation and location control. I tweaked my deck slightly from last time to emphasize the location control aspects a little bit. So we'll see how this goes.
Okay, and for your opening hand, are you keeping it? Because I cannot buy it.
Oh, sorry. And I should probably make my deck visible too, since I need to see the top card. Um, hmm. This hand isn't completely awful, but it's might be a little slow to flip. But I'll have enough to get at least an attachment on everyone. And I'll have Wizard Pipe. And I think I'm going to try keeping this hand.
Okay, and what do you think of my opening hand?
Steward is always good to see. Round Shield. Some weapons for Armor and your Ancestral Armor. Uh, that looks pretty good for your deck.
Yeah, it's hard to not see that on my desk here because the enemies, but
Right.
I think this could work.
And you've got 4 restricted attachments, so
Yeah.
you just need to draw 2 more.
Okay then. So each player may raise his threat by 1 and add it to his hand for Anduril. Now, do we start with Aragorn in play in this one?
That is a good question. I think we do. I think it's the next one where he starts up in the staging area out of play. So he should be here. I don't see instructions to do otherwise.
Right, are we going to raise our threat by 1 to add Anduril to him? Well, add Anduril to my hand.
I think we should because how important it is to quest successfully. And once he has Endural attached, he's got his bonus willpower and he doesn't exhaust a quest.
Okay. So, for those of you that are joining the stream, we've initially raised our threat by 3 because we have 2 from the previous box for not taking the searching eye, I think it was.
Yeah.
And then 1 from Anduril.
Correct. And then
Then there at Palagiel lay the main fleet of Umbar, 50 great ships and smaller vessels beyond count. Many of those that we pursued had reached the havens before us.
all right, so now we have to each pick a ship location to add to the staging area. And I just pulled out 2 copies of the 2 different ship locations we could pick. Since we don't have to use different ones, we could put the same one into play if we wanted to.
Okay.
So the Corsair Droman is a lot lower threat, but then Corsair enemies gain archery while it's in play or while it's the active location. And we have to put a Corsair enemy into play if we travel to 1. And the War Galley is definitely more threat, more progress. And then it gives Corsair enemies -10 engagement cost while it's the active location. And the same kind of thing when we travel to it, we have to put a Corsair enemy into play.
Okay, so should we go for the Corsair Roman?
Yeah, I think we should. It'll be a little easier to deal with. Plus, once we get our contracts flipped, archery isn't that big a deal.
Mm-hmm.
So I will shuffle the War Galleys back in.
There is a great fleet growing near to the mouth of Anduin, manned by the Corsair Rumbar in the south. They have long ceased to fear the might of Gondor, and they have allied with the enemy, and now make a heavy stroke in his cause. But the Haradrim, being now driven to the brink, turned at the bay, and they were fierce in despair, and they laughed when they looked on us, for they were a great army still. Each ship location in the staging area is immune to player card effects.
Oh, good to know. My Asphaloth won't be exploring any locations in the staging area then.
No, but it might help cut down the number of locations that we need to explore in the active location spot.
True. And actually, it's only ship locations, so I could use it on the other locations that are city traded.
Yep.
All right, so looks like we're ready to get started.
Yep. Okay, I'll start things off by spending 2 leadership resources and play out Steward of Gondor. And it feels so weird not playing the Ancient Fathoms after having done that for so long. Let's see. I will drop out a Dagger of Westerness for free onto Eowyn. I will drop a Valiant Sword onto Irma. And spend one for a Spear of the Mark, also on Irma. And then I will put a round shield on Brand. And then I will spend 2 for Anduro onto Aragorn. You want to increase your stats? So no,
Yep.
I'm busy recording, so you'll have to be quiet, okay?
All right.
Yep.
Go ahead.
That's me done.
All right. Well, I think we're going to be a little boring with my turn here. Let's play Gandalf's Staff from the top of my deck. And give Glorfindel the Silver Circlet. Now he can quest for 5. And give Denethor the Ancestral Armor. He can defend for 5. Add Wizard Pipe. I could have tried to do some tricky things, but I don't think I really need to at the moment. So, as much fun as it would have been to play Elrond's Council from the top of my deck during questing.
Okay, so questing, I will send 4 7.
All right. And we don't have a location yet, so we've got. We're gonna have at least 5 threat in the staging area.
Hey, Watcher in the water. How's it going?
Hello. Yeah, I think I'll just send Gandalf this time. I've got Elrond's Council. We can boost it if we need to.
Okay.
All right. So card number up before staging, we gotta put a resource on the Corsair fleet, which boosts the great ship, and then we have to choose an additional encounter card or damage.
Well, I'll damage Aragorn.
Okay. And I will damage Glorfindel. All right. So card number 1, Corsair of Umbar. Card number 2 is Saruman's Voice. So this is my peril. Move a hero from the quest and attach Saruman's Voice. That hero counts as a condition attachment. So I have to discard a card from my hand every time I'd use that hero, which is pretty much only Gandalf. And I don't have my Test of Will to cancel that. I can't forget about the Doom 2. So
Now, with it being peril, is it Doom 2 yours, or is it still both of ours?
I believe it's still both of ours. The peril only reply in terms of like I have to deal with it.
Yep.
In terms of like cancellation, things like that. Yes, maybe here. So we're down 4 willpower because of that.
Yep.
I guess the good news, it doesn't have surge.
Yep, but we're still up against 5 7.
So no progress, but no threat gained. And then do we want to travel to one of these Dormons?
We may as well.
All right, so now we're going to have Archery 1 at least to deal with. And let's see, is there even an encounter discard yet? Nope. So just gotta discard until we get a Corsair enemy. And there we go.
Yep, and don't forget, because we... Oh no, we didn't quest successfully. I was going to say add a resource to Gandalf, but we didn't quest successfully there.
Right. And it looks like at least I am engaging one of these Corsairs.
And well, we both are.
Yeah. All right. Shadow cards. How are you defending yours, Grant?
How do I always defend mine? Erkenbrand.
So it returns to the stage area after this attack.
No, he doesn't. He's staying around. And I defend for 5 against his attack 4, no damage.
All right.
Actually,
Denethor will defend mine.
You know what? He can return to the staging area. I've got Irma that can attack into the staging area during quest.
Okay. And then Denethor will defend mine. It does not damage a character, so that's good. He will not keep him from readying with his 4 attack there. All right, and then I don't have any attack boosts on Glorfindel yet, so I can't do any damage to him because his defense is 3 right now.
Yep.
Oh, we forgot the archery, so let's have Gandalf take 1, and I could take the other archery if you want.
If you want.
Let Glorfindel take it.
Okay.
I think I'm going to have to use the staff to draw a card because I'm going to be discarding cards a lot. Think we have anything to do at the end of the round? Nope. There's the test of will I needed last turn.
So what you doing for your turn then?
Well, let's play Steedman Lodris on Glorfindel. Valiant Sword on Gandalf. And Staff of Lebethron on Denethor. And that will get me to flip my contract this turn.
Nice.
And let's put out Gandalf's Wizard Pipe. And give him Heir of Mardil.
Okay.
Now, unfortunately, it's going to be a fight to keep everything. Keep using Gandalf with Saruman's voice and my staff.
Okay, well I'm spending 3 resources to put out my ancestral armor on Erkenbrand. And then I am going to attach the Corsair of Umbar with a secret vigil. And that's been done.
All right. Well, I'm going to send Gandalf, Glorfindel, and Aragorn to the quest for 12.
Don't forget to discard a card for Gandalf.
Yep. Buy Golden Belt.
And I will send Eowyn and Irma, who is going to attack that Corsair of Umbar, who only needs 6 to kill. And while Irma's attacking into the staging area, is attacking for 7.
Nice.
And we get a lower off for a fight. Not much, but it's something.
Well, considering how much threat I've already added, every little bit helps right now. All right, so that's 5 more.
Yep.
All right, so we are 17. Corsair fleet gets a resource. I think I'm going to take the damage again.
Yeah, I think I'll do the same. And I'm just one attachment shy of flipping my contract, which I again forgot to generate in. There we go.
All right, so card number 1. Umbar War Galley. There's our 3rd ship location.
Yep.
Second one is a Haradrim Pirate. So and he'll deal damage to us when he engages.
Luckily enough, I can
So
kill him in the staging area.
hopefully. So let's see. Okay, so he's having I can engage us this turn.
Yep.
5, 7, oops, 9.
Yep.
So we make 8 progress.
Yep.
I guess should I boost it by 1 and lower threat or lower my threat? That won't help me for Staff of Lebathron necessarily. I'm gonna save it. I don't. That way, at least maybe we'll stay ahead of the Voice of Saruman.
Yep.
And we quested successfully, so Gandalf gets a resource and can ready. Not that I will really be using it. All right,
Right,
so
okay,
this.
here's a question. Because Gandalf's ability is inert, it's a passive ability. How does that work with Saruman's voice? Is it
Which
only because Gandalf allows you to see the top card of the deck? Only discard a card when playing a card from the top of your deck, or do you have to discard a card every round because of the fact you see the card of your deck?
it says I can play the top card of the deck as if it was in my hand.
Yeah.
So I don't think I can discard it because it only lets me play it. It's not.
No, but just with Saruman's voice, you have to discard when you commit to the quest, declared as a defender or an attacker, or trigger its ability.
Right. Well, I'm saying that it doesn't. The Gandalf's ability doesn't say to treat it as if it was in my hand. Just blanket. It says I can play it.
Yeah.
So it's limited to just playing. Is my.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is when you've got cards in your hand, you have to discard a card to trigger, be able to use the ability. So what I'm saying is, if you played Test of Will, would you have to discard that Elrond's Counsel that you've got in your hand?
No, because it's only when I commit, attack, or defend.
Or use an ability, or trigger its ability.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. It's how do we want to treat that? Because Gandalf's ability is pretty much.
Well, the good news is I've already got Pipe out, so I could play around it by switching my top card.
Yeah. But you see what I'm saying? Do you have to still discard the ability? Because it's just like an extension of your hand extension.
But it's once. It says it's once per phase, and so it is his ability to play it. I think I would have to discard a card if I play one from the top of my deck, so I'll have to play around it.
Yeah. But because of the fact that seeing is a passive, is basically the passive part, we can't really discard for that.
Yeah.
Not fairly, anyway.
Well, it's good to point it out and have a plan. So I guess now, do we want to travel to the War Galley or the Droman? If we do the War Galley, we're going to get that pirate.
Right.
I think we could just go to the Droman again.
Okay.
First, we got to find. discard for another enemy. Corsair Captain.
Because of course.
Okay, so he'll make an immediate attack when he engages, and he engages at 19. And he can't be optionally engaged, so he's actually going to engage me. All right, looks like I'm going to be defending with Gandalf and losing my Elrond's Council.
You've got Denethor that can defend, and I've got Erkenbrand that can also defend.
Yeah, but he's going to make 2 attacks.
You've also
We don't
got
have our...
You've also got Aragorn.
Oh, that's true. Aragorn won't be able to kill him on the attack back, but maybe Aragorn can do something to the Corsair. Anyway, so we traveled, and now we've got 3 archery to deal with. I can take, let's have it, yeah, do we want No, we probably don't want Aragorn to take 1 if we're planning on using him to defend. So, you've taken 2?
Yep.
I'll let Denethor take 1, so I'll be able to heal it off. He's got enough defense that defending 1 of these shouldn't be an issue. Alright, so the captain engages me and immediately attacks.
Do you want me to defend that one with the Erkenbrand?
Yes, please. So you get -1 defense. Not that it matters because you can round shield it.
Yep.
Alright. I guess actually he should get it. Get the shadow card first because the engagement cost is higher right now. And then I'll have Denethor defend the captain again. No shadow, no damage. And I will discard Elrond's Council. Oh no, I don't. Let's have Aragorn defend this one. Oh, he can't ready. That sucks. He's taking 1 damage off that attack. I'm sorry, Aragorn. At least you can attack back and deal 1 damage. Alright. I should have used Gandalf's staff to discard 1 of those. I'm going to use... Oh, my contract doesn't flip yet. That's right, I can't heal. Yeah, I was just saying before we refresh, I can't use it to heal. And I'll use my staff to draw a card. This will flip. Okay.
Well, I'll play a gold shield out for free. And that's me flipping at the end of the round.
Nice.
Over to you.
Well, the thing I'm going to do is Wizard Pipe my Elrond's Council on top of my deck, so now I get both Test of Wills in hand, just in case. Although, yeah, I won't be able to play it from the top like that. That's all right. I think we're pretty good on willpower now. The problem is for me is going to be dealing with these enemies. Yeah, well, and Denethor now can't discard the shadow from the Corsair captain at least too. So I might be able to just keep him engaged. I think that's going to be it for my turn.
Okay. So questing, I will send 5 and I will kill that from pirate up in the staging area.
All right. Forgot to keep Aragorn exhausted. And then Gandalf and Glorfindel. I'll add 13, and I will discard Gandalf's staff.
And I take
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said I suppose we don't have Power of Warbank in your deck to discard that.
No, I forgot that that we had that condition attachment, so I hadn't put it in my deck. It's in the sideboard.
Of course, in the sideboard.
Oh well, and I think we're doing okay right now. Actually, I should just go ahead and heal before we get going here. So I think that will help with the decisions in terms of if we're taking more damage or revealing cards.
Yep, and I will take 2 damage.
It's going to be 3 this time.
Yeah, I'll take the damage one. Thanks.
I think I will take the 3 as well. All right. So card number 1. Oh, this is now 3 threats. Driven to the brink. So this is your peril. Either immediately end the quest phase or assign X damage among questing characters you control. X is the number of resources on the Corsair fleet.
I'm just gonna have to end the quest phase. I've got no way of taking that damage.
Yeah, we just won't progress and clear the Droman. So we'd be looking at a minimum 5 resource tokens, I think, if we in the quest phase now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't really have the space.
I mean, I could potentially do it
Yeah, you'd have to
aside.
do 1 to Eowyn and 2 to Aragorn. Oh no, it's among questing characters.
Yeah.
So you'd lose a hero.
I'd lose 2 heroes.
Yeah, I think we have to end the quest phase then.
Yeah, which sucks because we're taking potentially 4 damage next turn.
Or we're just gonna have to reveal more cards, but we'll have more questing power because your contract will be flipped too.
Okay, so combat.
Yep, and archery.
Archery 2. And
I think I will do.
Brand will defend your captain.
Alright, I'll have Gandalf and Denethor take a damage each for the archery. Alright, Captain gets the shadow this time. Do you want Denethor to defend the captain since he can discard the shadow?
I can cancel the shadow, but I need to. Unless you want me to take the pirate, like the Corsair Umbar, and you take the captain. Whichever.
And I think that'll be more efficient use because I can just discard the captain's 1 so it's safe. And then yours, no shadow.
No damage.
And I will draw a card.
you get anything worthwhile?
Nah, I have a shining shield on top of my deck. I'm debating if I want to pipe it into my hand to play it. Because I could put on Gandalf for potentially more questing power.
Right.
Yeah, I probably should, so that way if we have to take another card, it won't be too bad. And I'm gonna heal. Healing is good.
Yeah, I did the same. Do you remember I removed one off Aragorn?
I did not.
I healed, obviously, my out well. My hand is dry. So, questing,
Yep.
authentic, and Aragorn
Uh,
questing for 4 now.
all right, so 10 from you, 14 from me, so we're 24.
Well, it's actually 6 from me. So Aragorn.
Oh, right, I've got control of Aragorn. Okay, well then it's still 24 between the two of us. All right, this and this. I think with all the enemies engaged with me right now, I've got to reveal an additional card.
Yeah,
All right. So 4 cards this turn. So this is my card. Well, good news is it's my peril, and I've got the spirit resources and everything to just cancel that. All right, your additional card, Black Sails, Fumed 1.
So that adds 2. No, 3.
Yep. If there are no non-unique, we do have a non-unique ship.
Yeah, so it's 2 threat.
Yeah. That, and then my first regular card is the Umbar War Galley. Your card, so we either have to add 3 threat in the staging area or discard the highest cost attachment we control.
I'll say add the 3 threat. That's 6, 8, 11, 15.
So we'd still make enough progress to explore the Droman.
Still make 9 progress.
Okay. Let's do that. So we'll get the 2 there. 7 more here. Seems pretty good.
And you know how
Those.
get through fast? Kinda still at turn 4. What haven't
Well, we've got 2 ships in the victory display, and we just need 3 to get the Corsair ship out.
So if we're lucky, we'll get it out in 2 turns.
Right. So we'll get 6 resources compared to the 7 we had before.
Yeah.
That one having to end the quest phase kept us from improving our time by 2.
Yeah. So shall we go to the War Galley?
Yep. And so now we get another Corsair enemy. Maybe. And we got another Corsair of Umbar. I'm sorry, Grant, what did you say?
That's fine, I can kill that easily. Okay.
Oh, do you want to optionally engage it then?
I will optionally engage it. Just means that you'll have to deal with your 2 defenses. I'm sure you've got enough defense on the board to do that. Because Gandalf ready as well.
Yep, and I've got a spare card I can discard.
I'll was thinking of Aragorn.
Oh, yep, good point. Oh, good news, Grant. There's not enough cards for you to get a shadow.
Oh, yay!
All right.
Kind of makes Brand's one defense worthless because he.
All right. Well, Denethor is going to defend the captain, discarding the shadow again.
Yeah.
And we will let Aragorn defend again against the Corsair of Umbar. You know what? I'm going to discard the shadow with Gandalf's staff so we don't end up with another cannot ready. And he can attack back.
And just for your information, that would have just returned him to the staging area.
Which actually probably would have been beneficial. Oh well.
And Brand will defend, and then 6 attack against 3 defense, 3 hit points. That guy goes bye-bye.
You know what? I'm actually going to discard my Livery of the Tower, so Gandalf will attack with his 4 attack and finish off the Corsair here.
Yeah. I'll drop out and open the armory, because why not? I will grab... I will spend 1 resource and play Dagger of Westerness onto Aragorn. Raise his willpower and attack power by 1 each. And that's me done.
Okay. I just healed. That's all I'm doing, so.
Okay, so questing. I will also... That sounds like a beneficial plan.
I'm going to Wizard Pipe so that I can discard my additional Wizard Pipe there, send Gandalf to the quest. And
I've got 11.
yeah, we better send Glorfindel as well. So we've got 11 plus 14 for 25.
Yep.
All right, and I'm assuming we're going to continue taking 4 cards at this point. All right, so your additional card is the Droman. My card is the Port of Peligir. Ooh. No, while it's in the staging, no more than 1 damage can be healed from each character each round. Actually, that works with our contract. That's fine.
Do we have additional healing?
Nope. Peligir Quays. Man, this is a lot of threat being added. And another Peligir Quays. So we just got 6, 8, 10 more on top of 8. So that's 18.
Yep.
That's still good enough. We make 7. So this gets to 17. All right, so now we can travel to the Great Corsair ship.
Yep.
And we're each going to have to add a Corsair enemy to the staging area.
Yep.
And one of them has to be a captain.
Yeah, I think only 1 captain in the encounter deck. But if it is, great.
Let's take a look here. Nope, there's a second one.
Oh, boys.
So we could get one of those fun guys, one of them,
Let's take the Corsair.
or the pirate crew.
Let's take the Corsair of Umbar.
Yeah, we've had pretty good success dealing with them.
Yeah, now then, we're gonna have a slight problem.
Right. Let's see here. And he's got minus 30.
He's coming down to me because he can't be optionally engaged. Luckily enough, I've got Aragorn and Erkenbrand. So
Yeah, so looks like I'm going to be taking the Corsair of Umbar. And we did quest successfully, so Gandalf will be ready. I can manage it.
okay then, bring them down.
So engagement attack.
Aragorn will defend.
So he returns to the staging area.
Okay, that works.
Yep.
And that is 2 damage to Aragorn. But Aragorn will attack back for putting 2 damage on the captain.
Okay.
He's going to do a hit and run tactic.
All right, so my defenses, I'm going to continue to have Denethor discard the captain's shadow and block.
Remember, he's got 30 less.
Oh, okay, so I do actually need to have that shadow. Yeah, he's still the best defender. So -1 for each damage on it. Oh, good. That works. Any chance you could defend this pirate or Corsair of Umbar for me?
Of course there is. Means I didn't need it for the captain.
So he's attacking for 6.
And I'm defending for 6. Well, I'm actually defending for 7.
Seems good. And I will draw a card with my staff before we refresh.
It would be nice to see my card draw. Okay, that works. I will spend 1 and play out the Rohan Warhorse. How about yourself?
Do you want another card, Grant? So I
Yeah,
think we could possibly quest through this turn.
well, if we can quest through this turn, it doesn't make that much difference.
Well, I'm just thinking if you can get another willpower boost on Eowyn.
Well, we can try. I'm all good for trying.
All right, get a card.
And it was a secondary Sword of Gondor.
Ah, that's a bummer.
Denethor, what you doing giving out your title so willingly?
So now I guess the question is, should we YOLO quest and hope for the best?
I guess that's pretty much consensus. So I'm going to be sending 10 with Eowyn and Irma. And Irma is going to kill that guy.
Okay.
Thanks to intimidation, cutting his defense down by -2 and attacking for 7.
And I will be sending 19, discarding Silver Circlet. So we're 29, and no, we don't need Denethor's 3 willpower. Keep him back. As much as I said YOLO questing.
Well, that's why I kept Erkenbrand back.
All right, so we get a resource. I'm actually going to take 6 damage rather than reveal another card.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
All right, so card number 1 is Raiding the Coast. I would have to discard Ancestral Armor.
Right, there's 13 currently in the staging area.
So we'd be at 19. We'd be still making 10 progress, which would be enough. Or I kind of want to keep Test of Will back, but if we get that other card that ends the quest phase, I couldn't cancel it for you. You know, I'm going to cancel it and hope for the best here that we don't see something else that's terrible. All right, and then second card. Either return each Corsair engaged with you, staging or discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a Corsair enemy is discarded and put that enemy into play engaged with you.
Happy with that.
Yep.
Give me some enemies.
There you go.
Thank you.
So, looks like we're still at 13 in the staging area then.
Yep.
So we make 16 progress.
No, 17 because you got your Elrond's Council.
Yes, and I should play that. That would be a smart move. So.
Did you remember to discard for Gandalf?
Yeah, I discarded Silver Circlet.
Right, okay.
So 5 of our 17 goes there, and we make 34 there, and that should be game.
Yeah, now got the quest. What are we going to do about
I think we discussed it before, and we were just going to house rule. We ignore the discard all our cards for not finding an ally, right?
Yeah.
I mean, my deck can do Will of the West, Reforge, shenanigans and stuff to be consistently reshuffle my deck, but you don't have access to Spirit in your current configuration to do that.
Yeah.
As much fun as that was when I figured it out, it takes up a lot of deck space because I think in order to consistently reshuffle a 3 Hunters deck with Will of the West, it's like I had to run 3 copies of Dwarven Tomb, 3 copies of Will of the West, 3 Map of Arendelle, and 3 Reforged.
So that's like, what, 15 cards?
Yeah. Oh, and then I had hidden caches in there because once you get, what is it, 6 resources for discarding your entire deck,
Yeah.
it becomes possible to reforge a Map of Arendelle at the full 4 to be able to and then play Will of the West and still like net out 1 resource for that whole shenanigan.
Okay, well, it seems we're house ruling that. You want to flip over the Siege of Gondor and see what we've earned?
Yep.
Count the number of resources on the Corsair fleet and record that number in a note section of the quest log. And remove Army of the Dead from the campaign pool. We could have had an easier time.
Oh, so we would have had Army of the Dead. I even was thinking as like, I flipped over the enemy version and I forgot that needed to generate in the boon version.
I mean, I don't think it would have saved for a turn because of that stupid treachery that cancelled the quest.
Yeah, it's what Army of the Dead boon has what?
2 willpower, 4 willpower, I think it is.
Yeah, 4 willpower, immune to player card effects.
You could have potentially dealt with like
The Corsairs that I had.
Well, it goes to the first player and it doesn't change, so it wouldn't have made any difference for you. But would have had 8 spare hit points that we could have probably taken to soak some of that damage up.
Right, and so we might have seen less cards, but
Oh well.
it really comes down to do we see that one that ends the quest phase or not, and can I cancel it?
Yeah, because obviously I don't have any cancellation for that card in my deck because I am Tactics Leadership. There is no deck control in Tactics and Leadership. But driven to the brink is nasty, especially when you're trying to progress rather quickly, and especially if you don't have hit points there. Seeing that turn 1, no problem. Seeing that turn 3 or 4, and you've already taken sufficient damage, it causes issues.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. I think 5 resources is the best we could do.
Yeah.
So obviously we don't start with 1 in the active location. So turns 2, 3, 4 would all be exploring the 3 ships, and then 5 would be to complete the quest. So I think we did pretty well, all things considered.
One turn the last time, I think bad. I mean, we sat around for that in the last time with 7. I think that bad. I think just the behavior to get rid of passing away from to get that fresh, that lack of your threat.
Yeah, especially since you would have, without getting Aragorn at the beginning of the next game, you have no way to remove it.
Yeah, and I would have threatened out quite easily. But thank you for joining us on our Siege of Gondor playthrough. Join us next time where we try yet again the Battle of Pelennor Fields. Until then, happy questing.
Thanks, everyone.